Hey everyone, I'm so excited that you are here with me today. Oh my God, glasses on. I'm so excited that you're here with me today because I'm so sorry that I'm late. I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this today. So thank you so much for joining me on Amazon Live. We're going to be talking about Glam gifts. Glam Christmas gifts for her today. And some of these could be for him. So, if you have a loved one, a colleague, or someone that you are shopping for, some of these could be for them. We are also streaming live on YouTube on our brand new College of Style YouTube channel. So welcome to everyone who is watching. You will see me look off to the side a little bit today because I am running the product line on my phone, in addition to if you have any comments or questions. So I'm excited to be here with you on a Saturday. So if you have not had a chance to be in any of my live streams, I'm excited to have you in here with me because there's so much going on. If you have not noticed, the weather has changed. There is so much happening around us, and I'm here with you today, and I'm fully present. My name is Dr. Sandra Colton-Medici. No, I am not a medical doctor. I have a doctorate in education, but these are going to be some of the products that I think are going to really be great, glamorous Christmas gifts for her. Now, I say glamorous because these are products that I think help people feel glamorous, right? These are not immaculate dresses. These are not, jewels of the Nile, right? These are things that are going to enhance your day-to-day, right? And so I have a few things that are more like helping you get ready for the glamorous evening, whether it's on like a New Year's Eve or like a first date over the holidays, or even taking your new boyfriend to Christmas dinner or whatever it is. These are products that I love, that I use. And actually, one of them I'm actually going to be trying for the first time, which is why I was a little bit later today. Normally I start at 10 o'clock. It is 10:30. It's actually 10:36. I'm starting with a product. Well, let me just tell you, I'm going to be sipping throughout this live from this bottle. Okay. I don't know if you can see that I just had gum. Oh my gosh. This is a great start. Okay. So this is the Camelback bottle. Sorry, it's not actually clicking on it for me. Oh no. Let me see if I can return to the live stream, if it'll help me here. Here we go. Now it's going to let me click on it. So this is my favorite bottle of all time, water bottle of all time. And I clicked on it here. Now you can see it. It's highlighted for you. But it comes in a lot of different colors. And what I love about this, and I'm going to be sipping from this because I just did my podcast on Fireside. If you don't listen to it, you should. It's a digital marketing podcast that is so helpful for people trying to grow their online presence and figure out how to brand their businesses. But this is my favorite one, and I drink out of it all the time because of this right here. I don't know if you can see this, but this is the killer right here. If you have a bottle top and you twist it, right, and you got it going, right, it's great. It twists, it seals. But the kicker in this bottle is that it has this right here where it's like a little magnet. So when you drink, it doesn't flop. It doesn't flop onto your face. I should do it this way. It doesn't flop like onto you. It stays, right? Are you kidding? I don't know why I didn't get one of these earlier, but I've had so many water bottles. This is like super sturdy, insulated. I'm actually going to pull up the product so that I can give you the details as well. So this is, it comes in, oh my goodness, it comes in charcoal, it comes in clear, blue. There's so many different ones for the one that I have on there. But the one that I have is insulated as well. So you can visit the Camelback store as well. But they have a lot of different water bottles. But the kicker on all of them is the top, right? It's the top because when you are drinking your water and that, like, what? But this one has this right here, and I will not be drinking, at least not anytime soon, from anything else that doesn't have this function. So this bottle is 18. The bottle that is on your list on the Amazon list right now is $18. The insulated one, I believe, is a little bit more expensive. I like to put stickers on my water bottles. I don't know about you. Leave me a comment and let me know if you like putting stickers on your water bottle. So the reason that I am a little bit late is because I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this product demonstration. Okay, so I am going to start I just started with the bottle, but I wanted to talk about this product called Glam Glow. And for any entrepreneur or anybody in general who's looking to, like, regenerate, I love this name. Okay, I talk about branding all the time. So that's why this was really, really great for this particular live stream, is because I'm talking about Glam products. This is Glam Glow, and it is by the brand name is called Glam Glow. The product is called Youth Mud. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but it's called Youth Mud. It's over here. Over here. Now, I just got this. It's got a star on it. So if you are thinking about becoming a star, I mean, geez, the product packaging, I'm going to show you as I'm opening. It's mud, right? So the reason that I'm late is because I wanted to demonstrate using this product because I've never used it before, and I wanted you to come along in my journey. And then I'm going to put some makeup on. So I've got a huge a huge sink of water here, bowl of water, so that I can do this right in front of you. I actually got this, and it's so seasonal. It's my Merry Christmas. I love it because it's about to be Christmas time. And if you haven't been thinking about shopping for Christmas, I'm here for you, girl. I am here for you. And that is because I love shopping. And I think that every single time we can utilize this experience that we have every Saturday morning together, and talk about what's going on in our lives, talk about what I think is great as far as products, and then also things that you can bring into your family and friends' lives that might make their lives better. I think that's great. So on here, it says it's a Youth Mud glow stimulating treatment. And so the instructions, it's on your product list. Let me make sure that I have it up here so that it is on your screen. Glam Glow. All right. So when you look at it on the product list that you have running on your screen, it is $45.95. So it's a tingling and exfoliating mud mask. Okay. So what we're going to do, it says it provides gentle resurfacing exfoliation, makes your skin smoother, brighter, and softer, and more radiant, getting your youthful glow back. So for any business owner, if you listen to me on my podcast, or you are utilizing my services as to getting your brand audit, you can certainly think about how this might help you revitalize your on-camera life, right? So we're going to try it out on camera. So I'm going to just do what it tells me to do. So it says stir and apply a thin layer to clean skin. Expect a tingling effect in 10 minutes or less. So this is going to be on my face while I'm talking about other products. So if you're going to join me after this, I don't know what you're going to feel like when you see me. Remove with water in a circular motion to exfoliate. Use twice a week or as desired. Not for use on sensitive skin. My skin is not so sensitive. So we're going to apply this Glam Glow and see if I feel any sort of tingling effect. Ooh, it's cold. Okay. And it smells good too. It smells kind of minty. You know how when you get together with your girlfriends and you're like, let's just do like a self-care day or whatever. Like, this is how I feel. Like, you're my bestie and we are getting together for some mud time. Ooh, it's got like chunks in there. Okay. Now, I am not like an esthetician, so whatever I'm doing is what I feel like other people would be doing at home. Is just feeling it out because I've never used this before, like I said, but I got it and I intend to see if it's going to give me some sort of youth glow, right? Because I feel like we're all chasing some sort of fountain of youth. I am 43. So if you are in my age range, then you probably feel a little bit like me in that I'm not chasing it. I'm not chasing like youth dreams because I don't necessarily want to be 20 again. But I do want to feel, like my skin is healthy. And I don't know what these things are in it. It looks like there's chunks of things in here. Um, but I want it to be like looking good. You know what I mean? Like, so that you feel like I feel like there's things falling off of my face here. So that you feel like you're progressing and getting somewhere. Ooh, I do feel a tingle. Let's do this side. I do feel a tingle. This is really hard to do backwards. I just want you to know. Feel free to leave me a comment in the chat. I love to see your comments in the chat. I mean, this is intense looking. Like, seriously. If you're joining me, this is a mask that's on your screen. It's called Glam Glow Youth Mud. Ooh, I do feel the tingle. Okay. So I'm just going to get it all over. And then I'm going to reread the instructions one more time just to make sure I'm not keeping it on too long. I'm sure it's not supposed to go in your eye area. Okay. Oh, yeah. There's a little tingle going on. It says it's not for sensitive skin. So don't use this if you have sensitive skin. Okay. All right. Well, it is on. It is on. Let's see if we feel a little youthful. Okay. So I do have water in front of me. Ooh! It's tingly. It's a little burny. I'm not sure if that's a tingle or a... Oh, but what is this? There's stuff in it. You can see there's like little pieces in there. Hey, let's see how this works. Okay, so like I said, what I put on my face is called Glam Glow. It's called Youth Mud. And it says stir and apply a thin layer to clean skin. Expect a tingle. A tingle-tastic is what they call it. A tingle-tastic. Okay. And just so you can see, I'm reading the instructions. It said a tingle-tastic tingling effect in 10 minutes or less. So I'm assuming you should not keep it on for longer than 10 minutes because it does not say the length of time you should leave it on. But it says remove with water in circular motions to exfoliate. All right. Use twice a week or as desired, not for sensitive skin. Okay. So I do feel the tingle. I'm going to leave it on for a few more minutes. We will talk about one more product and then we will take it off. So let's talk about something that I actually need to replenish, which is the MAC cleanser. So as you can see in my bottle, do you see how much is left? There's so little left, but I love it to death. Okay, so this is the MAC brush cleaner. So if you haven't had a chance to clean your brushes and you want to give somebody a great gift that is all about cleanliness, number one, but also it's all about getting yourself the best experience of putting on your makeup that you possibly can. If you're not cleaning your brushes, you should be. And if you are cleaning your brushes, I suggest this cleaning solution. Obviously, it's not full, but on your screen, you should see the full version of what it looks like. I am almost out, but I love it. That's why it's almost out. And cleaning your brushes, especially in the middle of a pandemic. If you're a makeup artist, you should already be doing that anyways, but a lot of people don't when they are at home by themselves. Like they just keep using the brush, maybe brush it off on a little towel or something. Clean your brushes. It's really easy to clean your brushes, especially if you have a cleanser like this one. It's $33.42. Trust me, you will use it. I use it all the time, especially when I have a really like pigmented color that is like for a blush. But then maybe I want it like maybe I went really dark one day and had like a more of a purplish blush. And then one day I wanted to go really light, right? And I don't want to, have 15 different blush brushes, right? Because that's really extensive unless you're a makeup artist, right? So I would recommend just cleaning the brush, right? Just clean it. This is the MAC brush cleanser, and it's $33.42. I'm going to talk about one more thing before we take this off, and that is going to be Johnson's baby oil. Now, I know this is like really like a staple in a lot of people's houses, but some people don't have this. Okay, so when you're thinking, oh, look, it's turning white. Ah, interesting. Okay, well, so let it do a little turning. So if you're just tuning in, I have one of the products in the actual basket for the Amazon Glam list that I have today, and it's called Glam Glow Youth Mud. So that's the mask that you're seeing that's turning, looks like it's turning white on my skin. So this is Johnson baby oil, which is up on your screen right now. And I think that if you're going to be glamorous, you better be moisturized. And that means self-care. If you're not thinking about self-care, I just talked about this. I do something called Style and Strategy Daily on Twitter and on LinkedIn. And I just added it to my Instagram account. So if you're following me on Twitter at Sandra Colton, or you're following the College of Style account on Instagram or on on Twitter, then you'll probably see my Style and Strategy Daily. And one of them that I just talked about was making time for self-care. And when I think about that, it's really like getting out of the bath, getting out of the shower, and oiling it up. Because the other day, my mom actually came over yesterday, and I said, oh my gosh, you need to put some lotion on. Your arm is flaking off, because she forgot to put lotion on when she got out of the shower. So I'm like, you know what? Self-care. And that is the most glamorous thing that you can do, is get yourself some Johnson's baby oil. This is only, let me look at the pricing online right now, but literally it's not going to break your bank. I'm going to click through so that I have the accurate it says see all buying options. Okay, so you're going to have to, when you click in through this, you're going to have to click through to see exactly what your buying options are. The ranges right now that I see are from like $7.68 to $11, depending on what your shipping and all of that is concerned on Amazon, but it's not going to break your bank, and it's quite a lot. This one is the Shea and Cocoa Butter, which has a really nice scent to it. And so when you're thinking about lathering it up, don't go overboard, because you're going to just be like a greasy machine. But you want to have moisture. You just do. Look at how this Glam Glow is like dry. It's not fully dry yet. Okay, so that's one of my number ones. If you're just joining me, you missed this one, which was my all-time favorite. It is called a Camelback water bottle, and I love it because of this, because it stays in place with that little magnetized, I think it is, when you drink. All right. One of my favorites of all time water bottle, and then super heavy duty at the top. All right. So let's move on to another one. If you're just joining me, I have a Glam Glow mask on that I'm trying out, and it's tingling and it feels good. So we're going to move on to something that I really like, which is, yours is on the screen and it's black. But the one that I have is blue. And it is a Bose speaker. Okay, so this is a portable speaker. So if you haven't had a chance to jam out in, at the beach, or in a coffee house, or somewhere, outside on a rooftop party, or whatever, backyard party, excuse me. I love my Bose speaker, and you can get this one. You can get, it comes in aqua blue, which is this one. It comes in citron, which is yellow. It comes in red, it comes in white, and it comes in black. And the black is what's on the screen right now. This is called the Bose SoundLink Color 2 portable Bluetooth wireless speaker with microphone soft. This is in soft black, but this is actually the it's called the aqua blue color. So you can, once you click through on there, you can click through and pick the color you want. They all, except for the red option, are listed at $129. The red is a little bit more expensive. And you just choose what buying options you'd like. There's, oh my goodness, I have had so many good times with this Bose speaker. And I'm just super excited whenever I plug it in. We take it down to the pool to have mood music instead of it just being kind of like us laughing at each other. But I love it because there's like these little portable or ports over here to charge it, so that you can literally just charge it and go. I often feel like sometimes when I go to the beach, it's easier to have this than it is to try to use your phone, because I always feel like my phone gets overheated really, really quickly. And then I never like can listen to the music. So if you just kind of like tuck this away in your stuff, you can turn it up loud enough. When you have your phone speaker, it doesn't get loud enough if you're like putting it under something so it doesn't get too hot in the sun, right? This one, it has this like, I don't know what is on the outside of this, but it makes it feel a little bit. Let me just go into the description here. It says it's innovative Bose technology packs bold sound into a small water resistant speaker. I always caution when I see water resistant versus waterproof. So this one is called water resistant. So don't just like drop it in a huge thing of water. It has a silicone exterior. That's what it is. So it's kind of like, kind of feels fancy when you touch it. Lithium ion battery gets you up to 8 hours of playtime. I love this. And this is my second iteration of it, because we lost the power cord to the first one. Yes, because we are human. So this is the second one that we've had because we liked it so much we got it again. So that one is $129. If you get the red one, it's a little more expensive. If you're just tuning in, I have the first product that I talked about today, which is called the Glam Glow Youth Mud Mask On. And I just put it on the screen again. This is what it looks like. And when you open it up, you can see it. I just dug into it, and it's a mask, yeah, and it's turning white on me. I assume it's supposed to do that, so I'm going to wait for it to go a little bit further, and then I'm going to take it off. I am by no means, I do not work for Glam Glow, so I am assuming that this is how I'm supposed to be doing this. If it's not, then you try it the way that you think it's supposed to be done at home. But it smells good. It does, and it does tingle a little bit. All right. Now I'm going to do one more and then I will take it off and we will see how it goes. The next one on my glam list, I love a good nail polish. Now I am growing my nails out, so I'm not actually going to be demonstrating this nail polish, but I have tons of Essie nail polish here at home. And I love Essie because they always have really vibrant colors. So if you click through, the color that I selected to be on the list is, it's not very expensive, only $7.99, but there's tons of colors once you click through. If you don't like the color that is on this list that you see on your screen right now, you can click through. The one that I picked is called Suit and Tied because I'm thinking glamorous, like you would probably want a suit and tie on or some sort of glamorous outfit during the holiday season when you're doing all of your either shopping or events or all of that good stuff for New Year's Eve. But that one's called Suit and Tide, that is on your screen. But they have a whole bunch of other colors. Bear with me, birthday suit, clothing optional. I love these names. Cocktails and coconuts, eternal optimist, high class affair. So they have a ton of different colors with a lot of really fun names as well. So the other thing about this is it's high glossy shine nail polish. And I'm always like, when you're thinking glamorous, you want to shine, right? You want to shine, or you want it to be super subdued, right? It's kind of like that little black dress effect, right? You want to have that like statement piece. And I think that nail polish really gives you a way to put that finishing touch, right? It puts that finishing touch on what you're doing. What I had gels, so I've literally just been trying to grow out my nails because I had them. I did it twice, and then I was like, let's just let them refresh for a little bit. So during the holiday season, I think I'm gonna get them done again. But I really, really love the Essie. And then the next one that I have on the list also that I really love, the brand, is OPI. So I put another brand on there just in case you're not familiar with Essie and you're not familiar with OPI. I really think both of them have quality nail polish. And so this one that I put on is called Bubble Bath. And because I think that Glam can feel like the self-care that I was talking about before. So they have tons of different ones. This one's in Amazon's Choice as well. It's $12.50, so it's a little bit more pricey. But a lot of nail salons carry OPI, and if you are, in another city and you don't actually have your nail polish with you, you'll probably find OPI at any nail salon. Bubble Bath, there's on this particular one, when you click through, all of these are really kind of pastel colors. So there's Cosmonaut, Not Tonight Honey, Coconuts over OPI, Berlin there, done that, Half Past Nude. So all of these are really in this like nude pastel-y kind of frame. And I think that that's nice because it's subtle, right? So if you are thinking about doing something really pulled back for like your holiday event, and maybe you just want a nude that's going to be like a French manicure, I love these colors for a French manicure. So you can see that this is pretty much, yeah, we're kind of done here. Okay, so let me click it back so that you can see that I was using this Glam Glow Youth Mud mask. And so I'm going to do exactly what it says. It says that I'm supposed to remove with water in a circular fashion to exfoliate. So let's exfoliate. I'm going to keep it on the screen. This one is $45.95. I'm going to move all this stuff out of the way because I don't want my computer to go down as we do this. But I really do think that I did get the tingling effect, and it just smells like I'm in a spa. So let me move this computer down so that you can see me in my element. Remove in a circular fashion. I'm actually going to use a little bit of a towel at the same time because it's stuck. We got to get this exfoliating going. Yes. Exfoliate all of this off so that we can get a nice, hopefully we can get a youthful effect, right? We'll see. We shall see how this is. I haven't done a mask in so long. I haven't done a mask. I don't know how many times you do masks, but it's not like an every weekend kind of a thing for me. So this, I feel like, is a treat. But I've never done any kind of mask product demo to where I felt like I was using water on camera. So this is my first time doing this, especially on Amazon Live, and if you're watching on YouTube Live too. So I definitely feel like I'm exfoliating because I haven't exfoliated in a while. So leave me a comment and let me know where you're tuning in from, because this is definitely a first for me. Tell me if you are an exfoliator. Do you exfoliate? This actually, I feel like this is doing a good job at getting dead skin off, and really feeling like I'm getting the most out of, at least I feel like it smells so good. I need to read the ingredients more because it smells like I'm just in the middle of like some sort of amazing mint farm or something. All right. So this one, because I'm trying it live, I didn't have an opinion before. I just was going to try it out. So in my opinion, now that I can have one about using it, I would say, number one, it's going to clear your sinuses a little bit, because it is giving you a little bit of like clarity there, because it just smells so good. But it also, I think, is doing exactly what it said when you do this circular effect, that you're exfoliating as you go. So I guess maybe this is making up for me being a little late today in showing up, because I really did want to do this live. And I feel like there's so many other products that are easy to do demos live. But when it involves water and tingling, you never know what could go wrong, right? All right. Got the majority on that side. Yes, indeed. And it does say, I did wash my face before this. It does say to do this on a clean face. So get that exfoliating experience. It's like you're at home in a day spa, right? So, like I said, I was talking about strategy. So you can utilize this for that self-care that I was mentioning before, because for me, I talk to a lot of business owners, and I talk to them a lot about what they can do for themselves to move the needle on their business. And this, I think, is actually one of those things. If you feel like you might be run down because you might be a small business owner, I definitely think taking the time to work on yourself, through a weekly mask, if you will, can definitely re-energize you to put your best foot forward. Like, you want to come on camera if you're doing lives on, let's say, Twitter live, or YouTube live, or LinkedIn live, or wherever you're going live at. You might want to get that youth mud mask going to feel like you are putting your best features forward. I kind of move some into my hairline. But I do think that it's really important to take care of yourself. And if you do that, then you might be putting your best face forward when you go on camera. You might be able to feel more confident if you are taking those steps to feel better, right? So I don't know if I look younger to you, but I feel like I do. And I guess that's really what it's about, right? It's really about taking a step that you can do for yourself, whether or not you see any difference or other people see a difference. It's really just about taking that step and knowing that you did something for yourself. And I think that masks, especially, are part of that. You know what I mean? They're part of that moment where you're like, I just spent 15 minutes on me, right? I just spent 15 minutes doing something for myself. And I was able to smell this amazing smell. I was able to, hopefully, let's just mask in my hair. I was able to feel an amazing feeling, right? Let me put this down for just a second. Um, and and for me, I like it. So I'm definitely going to recommend it. I do think I do look a little younger. I mean, I am not a scientist and I'm not that kind of a doctor, but I do like it. So it remains on my list. And hopefully on your list. So maybe if you are looking to put together a girls' night or a ladies' night or some sort of personal, self-care retreat. I think everybody's doing a virtual retreat right now. Like maybe just virtually retreat to that bathroom and do your self-care routine. Then I highly, highly, highly recommend it because I feel better. Yes, and I just want to make sure that I have it all off of my face because I'm going to put some makeup on now, and I'm dry here. So let's move on to the next. Okay. All right. So we talked about a few things. I wanted to start with this Maybelline New York. Okay. So typically I would start with some additional products, but because I'm going to start with this, it's a cream and toner moisturizer. I just put that on my face, so I'm not going to do too much after it because I don't want things to chemically react to one another. But I do want to talk about the rest of the products that I am thinking are super glam for today. So the one that I have here on the list, Maybelline New York, $25.65 is the price. But when you click through, okay, so I have listed, it's the Maybelline New York Fit Me Shine Free Stick Foundation. Okay, now I have a specific one on there, and there are different colors, obviously. So you'll want to make sure that you pick the foundation type that is for your skin. So this is natural cover. It leaves skin fresh. It says breathing and natural, exclusive, translucent base and lightweight pigments, allows skin's natural highs and lows to shine through. So I picked one that was really neutral. The one that I have for myself is a little bit darker. Okay, so I have two of these. I have a lighter and a darker one, and I actually use these as backups, right? So I have my normal NARS, not NARS, my normal, yes, NARS foundation that I mentioned on a different live stream. But these ones I wanted to show you. So they have this little, I don't know if you can see in the middle. It's kind of like a different color in the middle. But you can see this one is a little darker, right, than my skin tone. But that's because my face in different areas is darker, right? So I'm not necessarily matching, and you can probably see, like if I put it on my arm, it's a little bit different than my arm too. But when you do that, I'm gonna use one of the other products that is actually on the list today, which is these wedges, right? These really cool, easy wedges. But if you're looking at this, right, it might look dark, but it's super blendable, right? So this is my arm. Oops, I'm getting too far away. My arm here, right? But my face, turn this the right way. My face is a few different colors, right? My face is a few different colors. But when you look at that, and that's because when you're in the sun, oops, go this way. Do you see how that's my skin tone? Right. So when you think about it, you might see this and go, wow, that's really dark compared to your skin tone, right? But for me, it works. And that's because I have, dark patches. I have Oh, I missed a spot over there. Um, Still have some mud mask in my side. um, and I have, darker on the sides versus lighter here. And it's probably because whenever I get out of the pool or whatever, like I'm constantly like rubbing right here. So I feel like I have a little less pigmentation here. It's darker up here at the top as well. So I utilize this in combination with other things. Now, you might be utilizing makeup in multiple different ways, right? So for me, I utilize it with kind of a lighter. This is Revlon. Okay, so you can get a lot of different things. So I would do, some really easy lighter tones, and then I would just chase that with some interesting some interesting areas where I'm actually making different areas highlighted and not highlighted, right? So this is for me. This is what I would do. Now you can utilize this however you want to highlight certain areas on your face, or to blend certain areas, right? And for me, I do certain things depending on which, you know, um, types of makeup I'm using at the time. But even just putting it there, like you can't even, it's more of like it's blended in. I'm going to use my typical, and I'll add this to the list later. But this is my like normal foundation that I typically use just so that I can move on to the next products that I wanted to introduce. And we'll just get this going so that you can see I blend it so that I can have my face look like it's all one color, because typically is like 3 colors. And I don't know about you, but that's how I feel about my face. Like I have like a 3-colored toned face that doesn't always blend with itself. So I just have to do a little blending for it so that it is making sense. And like I said, I talk about marketing and strategy all the time. And I feel like the biggest thing that a lot of people miss when it comes to their business and their customers is they don't actually know, oh, when you blend it, will it not look so dark? No. Hey, Adriana, how are you? No, it won't. Sorry, I'm having terrible grammar here. There it goes. So typically, it blends in. So for me, I like on this product, when you go into it, you can see that there's a few different colors, right? So when you're looking at this Maybelline New York, the Fix It stick, this one, there's a few different ways that I use this. So I use it when it's like, okay, I want to highlight a certain part of my face or blend in something that, maybe like I said, I have kind of like that 3 different tones of skin, right? The other thing that this is really good for is if you like, for me, I danced for 30 years. I was a backup dancer for Rihanna. I did a lot of dancing professionally. I was on So You Think You Can Dance. Now, for me, I had a lot of bruises, right, on my legs, on my thigh or on my calf or on my foot or whatever. It's because you're throwing yourself to the ground or you're doing some sort of gymnastics or whatever. Or maybe you run into something on stage or whatever. And so this was actually there because they have a few different colors, was good at covering up your career hazard bruises, if you will, from throwing yourself to the ground or doing choreography that was difficult, or on your sliding on your knees or whatever it is that you were doing dance wise. This was great as a cover up for bruises, right? So they have a lot of different shades of this. And that's the reason why I have two different ones. I have the darker one and the lighter one, because sometimes if you are not having like a foundation like I just put on, which is the NARS one, this one I am like, it's kind of like my day-to-day one. But when you're trying to fix, which is funny that it's called Fit Me, because when you're trying to kind of fix colors after you've been in the sun for a long time, or like you've got these tan lines that just don't really go with your outfit or whatever. So that kind of fixing of colors that don't work, whether it's on your body or on your face, that's where this one comes in too for me, that I really liked, is because I just didn't bring it out today. I have the lighter and the darker so that I can blend them in, because it's not always about having one foundation, is what I've kind of come across for years and years. It's about your skin tone is changing no matter how much you're in the sun or whatnot. So that's kind of how I like to look at it, is that I do what I do with my skin or with my face as far as foundation. It's really based on how my skin looks at that time, how many different products that I need in order to get it to the right place. I'm going to try to put on there. Can you say hi? Hi, Adriana. So I wanted to get that on there for you so that I can add it back in if you were looking for something else. Let me see if I can see it right now so that you don't have to go back in later if you wanted to add in the NARS, because the NARS one is something that I use every single day. And I don't want you to be like, what is that product that you just put on? So let me just add it in. Sometimes it takes a little time for my computer to do what it needs to do. So like I said earlier, I was doing the mud mask, which was like kind of a thing. It took a little time, but I really enjoyed it. So let me see if I can fix the list that I'm on right now. It might take, I'll do it after, just because it might take a little bit of time. Hopefully you saw that I said hi on the live, Adriana. And I hope that you're enjoying all of these different products. Let me see what is next on my list. Okay, so one of the things that I haven't used in a long time, and I broke it out today, was the eyelash curler. So when you think about going glam, you cannot be glam and go glam if you don't actually pay attention to your eyelashes. And they just say so much. And it's one of those things that I am just like, you don't have it in your purse. It's not like something that you carry around with you. It's not something that you just like always have with you. But if you're going glam, you're going to use your eyelash curler. Okay. So the one I have on there is I can't even say it. It's Uemura, I think is how you pronounce it. So when you use an eyelash curler, they're dangerous. Let me just say, they are dangerous, but they are what you need in order to get in there and get more out of your eyelashes. Okay, so I recommend, if you're going glam, and I don't know if you can see the difference between the two. Let me get right up on here. Get in there without killing your eyeball, right? And really curl those eyelashes. And for me, I don't know if you can see the difference. I'm looking so at you. But it really is a matter of getting the most out of your lashes, because some people have really small, like wispies, and some people have lengthy, a lot of people pay to get eyelashes that really, oh, that one looks really nice. Okay. So, don't be afraid. I mean, it is an eyelash curler. It does what it needs to do. Ooh, that one looks better than this one. So let's do this one. Yeah, I think I got in on this one. So you want to just, make it so that even if you just put a simple coat of like clear mascara on, that you have your eyelash curler at the ready so that you can do it. And I actually put eyelashes into this specific live stream so that even if you don't have really, really luxurious long lashes, that you can add some on, right? If you're going glam, I would add them on. Shu Uemura, I think is how you say it, this eyelash curlers are $23.95 right now, is what I'm looking at on the screen. And it's not something that you really have to do all that often because, once they're there, they're there. But it's hard to do it when you don't have the tool, right? So this one is silver, and it is awarded on here as one of the top like 150 best beauty products. So there's nothing else to say about that except for every person who's going glam needs an eyelash curler in their life. So if you are doing any sort of gift giving, this is a great gift because chances are you've either lost one or need one. So let's do the next one, which is I wanted to switch to hair care because I have really long hair and I'm not doing any sort of demo today on hair care, but I want to show you, like, I have a bun, but I have I have thick hair. And it's naturally curly. Right now it's just kind of wavy because it's been in a bun, but it is, let me just back this up a little bit so you can see. My hair is kind of long, right? Because it's got a curl, you can't really see how that length is, but it goes down to like my belly, right? So when you're thinking about your hair, I still have mud mask in my hair. I am always on the hunt for hair care that is going to do my hair justice, right? Because I've had long hair forever. I think there was only like a brief 2 to 3 year period where I'd chopped my hair and it was like super curly way back in the so you think you can dance days. And then ever since then, it's always been super long. But the next product that I highlighted, it's called Ion Extreme Moisture. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. And I'm not doing any kind of hair demo today, but I did want to talk about this specific product. And it's only $17.06. But it's all the features. It says it improves manageability and increases elasticity. It eliminates frizz and adds shine, and leaves hair soft and smooth. This, the one that I put on your screen says it is, 100% vegan. So if you're looking for added features like this, it's really nice to know that. And these ones go out of stock really fast. So I would definitely look at the quantities when you click through because I really appreciate it. This one was actually given to me by a friend of mine, but I wanted to showcase it because I knew it was on Amazon as well. But it was a really great gift. And they have shampoo. They have a lot of other products on Amazon as well. I think they have like their own little Amazon store that you can click through to also. So I would try this out either if you have hair like me that is super thick that needs that extra moisture. I love this. And I think I'm going to do just a hair care live stream where I'm actually like doing my hair at some point because I still have a mask in my hair from earlier, but I really appreciate this product. And if you need moisture in your hair, this is the specific moisture one. They have a few different ones, a few different I would say features that they use in their as product descriptions, but this is the moisture one that I really like. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Talking about moisture. Okay, I put in this one. It's a 30 pack. So you may not need the 30 pack, but this one is a product that I actually was gifted by my mom. This is called O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It is a hand cream, and you can see, let me change this view really quick. You can see, I don't know if the light is too bright. There you go. You can kind of see it there. It kind of looks like, coconut cream, or something like this. This is what it is, Working Hands. But it is awesome. Extreme, it says, for extremely dry, cracked hands. Now, I used this when I was pregnant. Okay, so it's kind of like this, it's a creamy texture when you put it on, but this saved me. I got really dry when I was pregnant. And I don't know why. It's just, every woman's pregnancy journey is different, but I used this like I was working like I was working on the railroad out there, but I was literally just dry and cracked when I was pregnant. So if you have any sort of problem with dry skin, or an issue where suddenly you are drier than normal, I highly recommend that, because it saved me. And I think that, I was like, what happened? Like, what happens? Everything changes in your body, obviously, when you're pregnant. But this was like, what? I put on there, it's a 30-pack of O'Keeffe's, because you may love it and want to give it to other people. But when you click through to the actual product, you can subscribe through Amazon's, they have like a whole like subscription model for different products, or you can just buy the actual product. But they're all a 30-pack of 3.4 ounce grip packs. And so this one that I have, I need my glasses again. Let's see here. This one, does it say what the ounces are on here? I don't see maybe on the side. Let's see. This one, yes. So this is the size. It's the 3.4 ounce size. And so on there, it's a 30-pack of these. So if you are, working with people who are in need of these, this might be a good gift for colleagues. If you are, maybe you work in construction, or you have people who are constantly working really hard and having dry or cracked skin because of the type of work that they do. A 30-pack could be really cool to give as a gift to the entire employees of a particular business, or somewhere where that this is going to be really useful. So that's my spiel on that. I already talked about OPI and Essie, but I want to talk about Kiko. Okay, so we're talking about Glam, and I went to France because my husband is French, and we met there. But I was living in London, and I took a trip to France, and I ended up meeting him there. But when I was there on a trip back, this brand, Kiko, was the ish. Okay, so now this one is kind of like this like midnight blue that is super, dark and mysterious. The one that I put on the list for today is actually a hot pink. Okay, it's magenta. Okay, but the reason that I put that on there, and I wanted to show you the one that I have, is because I love the Kiko brand, but the one that I put on there, I wanted to tell you about, is because they have it's a quick drying nail lacquer. So if you are getting ready and you're like, oh my goodness, I need to, do this fast, this one that I have on the list. Oh, thank you, Adriana. My hair isn't even done. I appreciate your compliment. That's nice of you. Well, so when you're thinking about getting your nails done and getting them done quick, you want to have it be something that either you can put on as a top coat that's a nail drying coat, or a quick drying nail lacquer. So the one that I put on there, the magenta, this is not magenta. The one that's in the list is magenta because when I was thinking glam, I was thinking hot girl summer, right? Which would be the pink that's on the actual list. So I just love saying the name Kiko. I don't know why, but they opened up a store on Hollywood Boulevard. This was way back in the day. I don't even know if they're there, at Hollywood and Highland. And so they opened up this whole Kiko store. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're so global, because when I went and bought Kiko nail polish, it was actually in France. And I think it's an Italian company. But you can get it on Amazon. So if you're going glam this holiday season or want stocking stuffers, this was the other thing. I'm thinking glamorous stocking stuffers is that whole nail polish, tie a little ribbon on it, super cute, make sure it's tight so that it doesn't leak anywhere. But that is a really great like stocking stuffer gift too. These ones, if you go into how to purchase it, it will tell you how, it'll tell you your buying options. And I would click on this now, because the one that I have on there, that's it's the fast drying one, is $40. So I would click on that to make sure that you see all of your buying options. And then also you can click through if you want to visit the Kiko store on Amazon, you can also click through there. So let's move on to the next, because I am just talking and talking and talking. All right. The one thing I forgot to mention is I put on the list also, I mentioned earlier the Bose portable speaker, and I put on there, there's another, it's kind of like a holder for it. So it's the silicone case that you can get for it. If you buy it and you want to travel and you want to have a little handle to it, I put that case on there also. If you are looking for something so that's easy, instead of like doing one of these, you can just pick it up and just grab it like that. Okay, so I talked about this earlier. I'll talk about it in the recap too at the very end. But I definitely wanted to mention that you can get a holder, and it's only it looks like $16.48 right now. That delivers, I have Prime, so it would deliver tomorrow for me here in LA. But I think that's super handy if you want to not lose it and be able to just walk and carry it, right? Or let's say you're on a bike, right? Maybe you're cruising on your bike at the beach and you want some music, you could put it on the little handlebar. Or put it in your backpack and not lose it, because you can clip it onto something. So I think that that's really handy. And I talked about the Bose speaker before, but I did want to mention that that's in there as well. I also used one of the wedges earlier, and I wanted to point this out. I put it on your screen right now. These wedges right now, this one has makeup on it because I just used it on my face, but these are Wonder wedges. Okay, so I put a bag of these on there. The bag is $6.22. And which is really cheap. But I think that if you're maybe putting together a glam gift bag for anyone, these are really essential to have in there. You can just bunch a few of them up. Let me just pull these up. You could bunch a few of them up. They're all like triangular wedges like this, and you could just pair them up together. Put them in some sort of arrangement, and maybe even put a little bow around it, and have a little like cute thing like that. Or you could buy the whole bag and just put the whole bag with like tissue paper and make that a thing. So I wanted to make sure to talk about that and acknowledge that I love the wedge. All right, so moving on to the next. Okay, thank you guys for sticking with me. You should really talk to me in the chat because I love chatting with you guys. And I love talking about the next few items. We talked about a lot today, but let me go through the last few because they're some of my favorites. Okay, so we already curled our eyelashes. So some of the things that I like to go over when we're thinking glam is we're in the middle of Halloween. Okay, so I picked this one because I absolutely love going super retro with a brand. For me, it's Maybelline, which is this colossal spider effect. Okay, so it's Volume Express. And if you are someone like me, I need like 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 like mascaras in my bag. I don't know why that is, but I absolutely love it. Number one, because it's in a yellow, it's a yellow container, and I love that. But when you get it, when like for me, mascara is all about the brush. I mean, yes, the consistency and the idea of the thickness, but it really is all about the brush. So I don't know if you can see this really up close, but it's kind of this like funky brush, right? It's not the typical brush. Let me show you a different one that I have right here that I've showcased before. This is NARS, right? So this is a NARS one, and this one has a super thick brush, right? So the one that's on the list today that I picked specifically because Halloween's coming, is the Colossal Spider Effect. And I really love this one just because it's a really unique brush. It feels a little bit leathery, like leathery plasticky when you're looking at it, or I should say, when you're brushing the product off of it. But when you get into there, I mean, I like to see that, products do different things, right? And for me, mascara is a product that does different things every single time. And that's really just based on, how is your eyelash going to treat you today? You know what I mean? Like sometimes people do the top and roll it out before they get underneath, and then really try to pull it up. But I really like the fact that this one has a different kind of brush, and that I feel like, sometimes with the thicker brushes, when you get into the corners, you feel like you're going to stab your eye out, right? Because you don't really have as much control over the inside little wispy hairs as you do over like these outside, right? And so for me, I like this brush because it feels like you've got control, because it goes from like thick and then it gets thinner. And for the inside, I think you need that, because when you don't and you just have a big clumper, then you end up doing this like stab thing in your eye that doesn't make you feel very good, right? So I like the brush aspect of all mascara. I don't know if you're like me, but that's just my take on it. This mascara is only $12.99. So if you are looking for a mascara that is in budget range and not going to like break the bank, this one is pretty cool because I like the brush. And I like the name and the packaging. I don't switch hands. I don't know about you, but I can't do it. I can't switch hands and do my makeup the other way. But I really, really, really like this brush. And I feel like you're not really getting like, you're not getting crazy eyebrows, or not eyebrows, eyelashes. You're getting kind of control. I feel like you're getting a bit of control back with your eyelash brush. So this one, there we go. So, I mean, to me, it doesn't do like a lot of other ones that are super clumpy and maybe clump your eyelashes together and then you need to separate them apart. To me, I think that it separates them a little bit more. But I like it. And it's all about definition, right? So it's supposed to give that spider effect. So I assume it's supposed to, draw your eyelashes out from, and I can see them from here. So I hope that you can as well. But that's what this one does. So I really, really like that. Maria, thank you for following me. How are you today? I hope that I said your name correctly. I hope that you join me every Saturday. I was a little late today, so I apologize. But I've been talking about glam gifts for her specifically. And I love when people chat with me. Hey, oh, good. Where are you joining me from? I'm in LA, so I'm on Pacific time. So anytime I talk about the time that I'm starting, it's always Pacific time. Let me see. There's one that I really, really love. Okay, so I'm going to put on Cherry, which is by MAC. And it's a lip liner, but the lipstick that I have in my favorites today is one that I talked about a few live streams back. And okay, so this is it. I love this one. It's Ruby Woo by MAC. Absolutely love it. And I do terribly at looking at the camera to do this. So I am going to put it on this way. It's matte lipstick. And I vacillate between this shade and Dragon Girl by NARS. So MAC Ruby Woo. I love it. And I feel like I'm a little crooked. So let me just fix this. All right. All right. That's a little better. Let me see here. I feel like not this side, this side. Give me a little higher. And this side a little. There we go. Okay. So MAC Ruby Woo. Mine is flat. So I apologize. But this shade is to die for. And I love a stunning red lip for the holidays. I think that it is classic for black outfit, red lip, making a statement, walk in the room, shut it down. This is the killer, right? So I used to wear this daily until I found Ruby Woo, which is my other go-to, which is the NARS. I don't know if you can see NARS. It's kind of whittled down a little bit so that you can't really see the name anymore. But Ruby Woo, and this one, which is on your list, which is the MAC, and you can see kind of it's around there. You can see where it says MAC there. This shade of red, matte, I love it. Because to me, you don't need very much. Like you can see, like literally I did the mud mask and then I put on a little bit of foundation and all I have on is lipstick and mascara. I didn't even put anything. I literally just put the foundation on my eyelid. I can't even talk. Eyelids, right? So with a red lip, that is like the focal point, your statement piece. People are looking at your mouth anyway because people want to see you smile. Does it make your lips feel dry? No. Okay. It's long lasting. I've worn this for years, so I know that. But for me, matte lipstick, this specific one doesn't make my lips feel dry. I will tell you that at the end of the day, if you are taking it off, it might take a little bit more to take it off because it is matte than more of a gloss. I think glosses are a little bit easier. But this one because it's long lasting, you're not constantly putting it on? Thank you for asking that question, because I feel like a lot of times we don't get into the specifics, right? So when you are clicking on through into your Amazon link, it will tell you. I love that they call it a retro lipstick because it just makes me feel very like fancy. But I love the name too, Ruby Woo. You cannot forget that. And it has 936 ratings. Okay, so if you don't want to take my word for it, people actually rated it on Amazon, and it's got like almost, what is it, 4.6 out of 5 stars. So for that many people to love it that much, I'm kind of thinking I'm in good company, and you should be too. There are tons of other shades out there, obviously, but this red, it's a staple. I think for anyone to have in their, their lipstick load of color schemes or whatever. I don't even know, your variety of color schemes. This is the one that I would say. I have two, my NARS Dragon Girl and my MAC Ruby Woo. Okay, so let me get off of that tip. Is that for cold sores? What? No, this is for lipstick, Connor. Let's see here. What did I miss? I think I missed one product. Okay, let me skip back to, okay, so I didn't talk about the Ardell lashes. Okay, so I put on here, I put the false lashes. These ones are singular ones, but the one I put on there is like a list, not a list. It's a set. Let me see how many come in there. It's a pack of 5 pairs, and this one is natural. So I wanted to show you, let me open it up here, what natural lashes actually look like. These are the 110s. So you can kind of see what the natural, let me try to get, so you can kind of see what the natural lashes look like. And they, I don't know if you can tell, but in the very inner side, they get smaller. And then on the outside, they get bigger. So I really like these ones because when you're wearing lashes, you don't always want to look like you've got like a big piece of hair on your face, right? You want it to look like these ones say it's natural, right? They have plenty of other ones that are, for you to get fun and play with and do that whole thing. But I really like the natural ones, so that if you just want to have a little bit of extra pick me up, that you can do this. I also put on the list, I put the individual Ardell lashes. And this one, when you click through, so the first one where you have the 5-pack is $9.89. And the ones that are individual, it's an $8.99 pack. And there are a few different sections of them, but they're all the same, I'm pretty sure, on this pack of individual ones. And it's really nice when you have individual lashes for you to kind of pick and choose, like, hey, I just want like, a sparse effect, or I want just the sides to be like, right? So it's really nice to have that kind of choice, that individuality, right? And also so that you don't have to like peel them off at the end of the day if you don't want to have too many going on. You can just add a little bit. I think one of the things that people shy away from when they do lashes is the glue aspect of it. And there's a lot of different brands that you can get into that have different kinds of gluing methods and things like that. But for me, I have always used Ardell lashes, and I am open to trying so many other things, but I can say from a stage perspective, from my performing experience, that I love them because they've never failed me. And that's really like a testament, because dancers, performers, singers, actors, they're in your bag. Like, you just have lashes. You just never know where you're, what the gig is, what you're going to need, if there's a makeup artist, all that stuff. And I've always had these ones. And so that's why I put the 2 different styles in my list for today. And let me just do kind of a recap. So We started off, I'm just going to go back and forth. We just talked about these lashes. They're really reasonably priced. I love them. If you're thinking about going glam for any Christmas gift for her or for you, right? Like maybe these are Christmas gifts that you are putting on someone else's list to get for you. Or if you're buying them for yourself, good for you. That's what I say. Get them in your bag because I think what other good time is there? If you delay doing something, you're just delaying either the success of the project or the happiness that you're going to feel inside, right? So, no reason to delay any of it except for putting it on maybe someone's Christmas list for you, right? So, the false lashes by Ardell, those were amazing. The Maybelline New York, the Fix It stick, I really like because you can utilize a few different color schemes, and it has the two-tone color scheme inside to blend with. That one was only $25, about $26. The Shu Uemura, yes, honeys. Yes. The eyelash curlers that every person needs. And then the Maybelline New York, which is what I did with my eyelashes with the really cool spider brush. I like how to call it the spider brush. The Ruby Woo lipstick, the matte lipstick that is really long lasting, that I have used for years. 4 years. It's my signature red. If you are branding your business, you can brand your business all the way down to what you are wearing on your live streams, to what your makeup says about you. Think about like Taylor Swift, right? She kind of has a signature red that she wears a lot as well. So think about that kind of branding aspect. I love talking strategy and branding, and that is one thing that you can so do is brand how you show up on camera every single time. The next one was all about hair care because I've got big hair. And I have hair that needs some moisture. So the Ion Moisture was really, really good. Basically, and this one's a beauty balm. The one that I put in there, you can click through and you can get all the other hair care products too. The one that I was talking about when I was pregnant, Working Hands by O'Keeffe's, this saved me. And it's for extremely dry and cracked skin. I love it. And I put a 30 pack in. That's how much I love it. I was talking about when I met my husband and we went to one of the malls that they have there. That Kiko was one of my favorites. The Kiko nail polish Lacquer. You hear my French, it's terrible. But there's a hot pink one in there. I put OPI in there because I love OPI as well. I put Essie in there. The one that I have here was a high gloss one, but there's tons of colors in what you click through on my list. I also put on there the Johnson's baby oil because if you are doing anything glam, you need to make sure that you are ready and smelling, so shea and cocoa butter fresh. I love that. It should be in everyone's staple. The Glam Glow is what I started with. I did a whole mask with the Glam Glow Youth Mud. I kept it on for the first 10, 15 minutes and you saw what it did. You saw how it kind of changed colors. I was telling you all about how it smells inside. This is what it looks like. I dug through there. So those are my fingers. But it was a mud mask full on. And I don't know if I look younger, but I feel like I do. Just by having that mask on today. That one's $45.95. Obviously, I can attest that I love it just after trying it one time. So I hope you do too. The MAC makeup brush cleaners, mine is almost gone. So that's how much I use mine. So I wanted to show you that it's not always about showing you a really pretty, just brand new package. I use mine. So that's why I put it on here. It's because everybody should be cleaning their brushes. And it's definitely something that you need to be really focused on, you. If you have a whole array of different brushes, like you should be cleaning them. And that is an amazing gift to give to someone, is to be like, here, I know that you love makeup, or I know that you have a whole like brush set, like here, go do your thing. Like that's to me an amazing gift. I talked about the Bose portable speaker. I'm on my second one because I told you I lost the plug to the first one. So this is my second one, and I love it that much that I bought it again. So this one is $129, and then I also added in, there's a like a silicone carrying case for it, that I think is really cool if you're giving this as a gift. I love it because we take it down to the pool, we take it to the beach, it doesn't overheat, and a lot of times you want to use your phone, and your phone just dies at the beach because it's just too hot out there. And then I talked about my favorite Camelback. Yes, I talked about, and it doesn't come with this sticker, so just don't mind that. I put the sticker on. But the reason that I love this brand is just because of that. It stays. So when you drink out of it, it doesn't hit you in the face. Like this thing, it doesn't go like this into your mouth. It stays. Voila. And then you can put it back. It doesn't do this whole like rigmarole. You put it down. And I don't know if that's like it must be like a magnet, right? But it stays. So I love that brand just because of the top, right? It does a lot of other things. Like it will, certain ones will keep your water cold or hot or however, you have it. But the top is the most important, right? Like it screws on and it stays. No water's coming out of that thing, so there's a lot of times where I've had water bottles that just don't do the trick. Laneige, I talked about it very briefly today, as I put it on, but this is, I should show it. This one is the multi cleanser. Excuse me, the one that is on your screen is a little different color, but it's still the cleanser. And I really, really like this one. I'm not cleansing my face right now because I already did so much to it. But I did want to talk about that because it does have that glamorous feel to it. And it's a multi cleanser that you can use for your face. The other one that is on here is the Wonder Wedge, which I did use. It's got my brown foundation on it, and I really love that as well. And one of the last two that I want to talk about today, because I am so excited that you're still with me. One, I talk about NARS all the time, which is this palette. Okay, this palette is called Quartz. And I want to show you that it is stunning. Look at those colors, right? I'm showing you my computer screen. Let's go this way. Look at those colors. I just love those colors. And you can tell because they're right back here on, right? So I love these colors. So I was going to put a few of them on so you could see just how vibrant they are. So I'm just going to do a little bit of this, this one right here. So you can see it's kind of this like really pigmented. You can see how that goes on. I really love that. And it's called Quartz. So this one's by NARS, and I really like NARS a lot. You can see just in that little bit, you don't have to put too much on because it's giving. It is giving. That is really nice. I really like that. So you can see if you want to go super dramatic, right? And then they've got kind of a brownish, I'll show you our purplish brown. Ooh, let me move this up here. We're going to try this one and see what this does. I'm going to try to do this in the crease and see if it's a little too dark. We'll see. That's really nice. Let me know in the comments if you like this because I love a good dramatic. a good dramatic eye. And I'll do it here so I can see it. Ooh, that's really pretty. This one's a little more purpley. Give it a little more in here. Let's see. A little more drama, right? Get a little more drama in there. And then let's say we use maybe this top one right here. Oops, right here. And get a little lighter. Wipe this off a little bit so it's not so dark. Let's do a little bit. You can see that. Let me get a little closer. Somehow I muted myself. Hopefully you can hear me now. I'm not a makeup artist, but I do love makeup. So this one is not on our list, but I am going to put it on so you can see kind of what an ending would be. Let's turn this down a little. So you can see kind of all of the colors together. Just a little more drama so that you can see that. Okay, so it's a little better. A little better. Yes. We'll add in our mascara a little bit more, so that because I put makeup over it. Pull my eyelashes back out. I love this palette though. I love the palette. It's the Quartz palette by NARS, and I like all of the colors. And then in the list is this spider, mascara that I'm using also. So you can see that. And we will add a little bit of this, some sort of cleanup here. I'm sure I have some sort of, there we go, that's a little better. All right, so the last one that I wanted to talk about. So that one that I just used was the NARS palette that I really, really love. It looks like this, and it has all of these colors in it that are super, super glam. Love it, love it. Then the last thing is the Golden Hot Professional Flat Iron. I love this because I'm not going to be doing my hair right now, but it's the smaller version of what I have. So this is the one that I have, which is, you can see it's the thicker one. So this one's a fatter version, but I love this brand, so I'm going to recommend the smaller version as well. But this is the fatter version of the flat iron. So you can see there's the two panels in there. And on the side, you can see that it has the temperature gauge inside. Maybe it's this side. Yeah, temperature where you can kind of roll up and down, and then the on and off, right? So this is the Golden Hot that I have, and I love it so much that I wanted to find one that was more suitable for what's happening right now, which is a lot of traveling, right? So this is a 1-inch ceramic flat iron by Golden Hot that I found on Amazon, and I love all Golden Hot products, so I'm not discriminating against my bigger one, but I definitely wanted to show you one that I thought would be more conducive to travel because it's a smaller one. And to me, I always think about like how that really affects, like, oh, if it's going to fit in my bag, or all of those things. So they're in there for $37.39 is the price right now on Amazon. So if you're watching on a replay, obviously prices can change and fluctuate. But I would definitely think about this as the ultimate glam, is when if you know that you're giving somebody a brand new flat iron, they're probably going to love you. Because who doesn't like a brand new flat iron for any gift? Holidays, Christmas, birthdays, whatever. I strongly recommend you adding this to your list because I love the brand and I've used them for years and years. I also have a I think it's HAI flat iron that I use as well. So I have a few different things, just like a lot of people have a few different hair care products. But I really love Golden Hot. This one is the 1-inch flat iron, and it has the ceramic technology that I love because obviously I have a lot of hair, but I want it to do what it says it's going to do, right? And so that's why I really love the Golden Hot products, because they actually do what they're supposed to do, which is straighten your hair. They also have a few that are like crimping tools too. So if you want to get like super into what they have, you can find their shop on Amazon, and it shows you some of the other tools like curling irons and crimping tools and things like that. But this one gets to 450 degrees Fahrenheit in 60 seconds. So number one, know what your hair can manage, because you don't want it to be too hot so that your hair isn't, overly heated, right? But you want to know that, like for me, my hair can withstand a lot of heat because it needs that kind of heat to get it to lay down, right? And the fact that it gets us to 450 degrees in 60 seconds is like beyond amazing, because how many times have you been like, oh, I need to get ready. Oh, but it's not hot yet, or it's not hot enough yet, right? Or it's not going to do anything yet, right? You want it to do what it needs to do in an efficient amount of time. So that's why I really love the Golden Hot products, is because they do what they say they're going to do, and they get it done in a shorter amount of time as far as getting it to the heat preference that you like. It's really cool too, because they also have some different product angles on, if you click through, you'll see some of the different product angles as well. So that one is one of my last ones for today. $37.39 is the product, the price right now for that one. But I always stress that, as you go through any of these products, that some of them might change pricing on the replays. But this has been so much fun going through all of the Glam products for Christmas gifts for her. Some of these can be for him as well. And I do always say, because I have full disclosure that we are Amazon influence. I'm an Amazon influencer doing this on Amazon Live. So if you do purchase any products through any of my lists, I do see a percentage of that, but it is not at any additional cost to you. So I want to make sure that, as I go through any of these products, that that like I actually use them. So I do use these products because these are the ones that I feature on my Amazon Lives. I don't feature things that I'm not using. And obviously, like some of these ones, like the MAC one, I need to refill my own, so I might just be buying it on my next cart. One of the things that I always love to tell you is that I appreciate you for joining me. It has been and I started at 10:30. It's 12:15. Like, where did the time go? That is how much I enjoy spending the day and time with you here on Amazon Live. And if you're watching on YouTube Live, thanks for joining me over there too. You can always DM me if you want any additional information about my actual business, which is College of Style, where I help you with your business getting elevated branding, design, and strategic communications. That's what I do. That's why sometimes I talk about that during my Amazon Live, just being strategic about putting your best face forward for your business if you're doing any sort of live streams, and also getting your elevated communication as well. So I am doing, my book is open. If you would like to, book any sort of brand audit with me, feel free to go to, and I think that I have it up here. No, I don't think I set it up, but I will definitely, no, I do. Here it is. If you'd like to do a brand audit with me, you can certainly book one at collegeofstyle.link/brand audit. That's how you can schedule that for your brand. And also, you can visit me on any of my social platforms. That's how I always end it on any of my live stream sessions. Make sure you're following this profile, my Amazon influencer profile, so that you get notifications every time I go live. I have several already planned in the system, so that you can see the next live stream and what the topic is. I'm pretty sure that it should show you on your side, but if it doesn't, it's every Saturday that I go live at 10 o'clock Pacific time. And before it, if you'd like to join me on my podcast, it's called Sweet Bites with Sandra. It is at 9 a.m. Pacific every Saturday on Fireside, which is an app that is co-founded by Mark Cuban and Fallon Fatemi. And I do my podcast live on Fireside every Saturday morning, right before I come on live here on Amazon. So I appreciate you sticking around with me throughout all of these products. And I hope that you found one that like so screams your name, right? That so is like, this is me, whether it's the lipstick or the eyeshadow palette or the foundation or the hot iron, the flat iron, or even the mud mask, right? That was really fun. So if you missed any of that, go all the way back to the beginning, because I put on a mask and did the Glam Glow Youth Mud mask for the first 20 minutes of the live stream today. So you get to see how it changed color and everything. The exfoliation, I loved it. And I hope you do too. So find whatever it is that you need for your glam gifts for this holiday, Christmas, New Year's holiday season, whether you're shopping for you, for your colleagues, or for your friends or family. I know there's something on this list that totally speaks to you and all of your needs this season. If there's any products that you want me to talk about or try, feel free at any time during any of the live streams to mention a product, and I'll try to add it in to a future live stream. I'm all about trying new things, especially if they're going to make lives better, right? If it's going to improve, your quality of life, and it's something that I can try and show you what it does, or recommend it because I've tried it, then I'm all for it. So have a really good rest of your gosh, it's the weekend, right? Get out there, do something. And as always, here are ways that you can connect with me on my social platforms. Let me find the little slides so that you can connect with me there. Take care, you guys.